weather is looking very promising over here. As you can see, it's a sunny, cloudless, clear day. Beautiful.
If you look out the back window, it's sunny. But where we're driving is apparently towards rain clouds.
But look how cool that looks. Update. We turned around because it was raining and didn't look like it'd be stopping anytime soon. So Killian picked a different hike. That'll be shorter.
So we made it to another spot. It's in Alpine, Utah, I guess. We had to drive up kind of a really, ended up being a lot of kind of washed out areas down this road, but apparently the city of Alpine must have extremely good jobs because everyone had like multi-million-dollar homes. So it was a fancy place. But we're doing like it's only gonna be like 4 and change mile hike now. It's about noon, or close to noonish. It's rated as hard, so I'm not sure why it's rated as hard, but I'm sure we'll find out. So we just went around this fence over here, but it is a colossal fence. Big enough to keep out dinosaurs, probably. Mm-hmm. This is actually our second water crossing. A fancy bridge. Really squishy board bridge. But the water is so clear. And it's quite cold, because I'd put some sunscreen on my neck and I rinsed my hands off. It was chilly water. I think it's this way. So this water is never too far away from where we're walking, because we can pretty much hear it all the time. Anyways, not sure if this whole trail is on a road or not. So far it is. It's a pretty I mean, it's obviously not like it's super maintained or anything, but you can see some random tire prints over there. Giovanna thinks she saw a sign that mentioned it was a watershed. Watershed, so they could have a pump or something farther up this that is why they need access to it. Also figured out why it's rated as hard, even though at least at the moment this doesn't seem all that hard. It's because like the 1,500 feet of elevation gain is in 2 miles, even though it's only a 4 mile hike. Anyways, that is Utah Lake, right out there. 2 girls died in that last weekend.
It was a couple weekends ago.
2 weekends ago. They went out and the wind kicked up, and the whole lake is only like, the deepest part is like 14 feet or something. And so whenever there's any type of wind, it kicks up big ass waves really quick. And they were out in like personal flotation devices or something, just like floaties or something. And they haven't found the bodies, but I think they were, what, 13 and...
I thought they were like a senior.
Was it?
Junior.
Oh, maybe, I guess a junior, senior in high school. But apparently people kind of die out there more often than they should for stuff like that. So if we zoom in here, this must be where they get the frosted Christmas trees at Christmas time to sell. So this trail has pretty much stayed at this unrelenting angle for the entire way. We're about half a mile from the top, and yeah, fortunately it's only another half a mile of going up this, but it's been not bad. Day turned out to be pretty decent. It's still probably only in the low 50s right now. It's not supposed to get that warm. The plan is tonight to go down to that beach we went to last weekend and maybe have a little campfire. So as long as the weather holds, that's the current plan. If we do it, take a video.
I gotta do it, too tired. So he has my bag now. Such a gentleman. I like to just say that as soon as they got too tired, that's when the trail flattened off. Of course. Couldn't have been any earlier. Well, we made it. Unfortunately, this is one of those trails where, you know, the hike up is
it just
prettier than prettier than the summit.
These are just other trails.
Yeah, it just connects to other trails that go to other places, but we're not doing that. So yeah, we'll just find a spot to eat. Killian's cold, so I'm sure he'll put on his sweatshirt, and then we'll have lunch.
So we just got done with our lunch. Had to put some gloves and hats on because it's a lot chillier. Yeah, it's a lot chillier up here. And we were just about to head back down though. It could be a little bit sketchy on the way down because it was just barely slippery in a few spots on the way up, but it is pretty steep, so we'll find out. Also, clearly someone brought...
Ah! It felt so good.
Giovanna just wanted to make sure every hiker within 10 miles knew we were here, so...
And animals.
And animals. Yeah, scaring all the animals away. Can thank Giovanna. Definitely moose or elk, given how deep these indentations are going. Granted, these paw prints are seemingly pretty heavy as well. But I mean, yeah, put Giovanna's foot,
all her weight.
all of her weight doesn't leave a mark. But I mean, even look at your foot next to these tracks. So we went down a path we didn't take coming up, and we found this like random shit, like clearly abandoned, just full of trash, and this like amphitheater with a fireplace and this huge deck with like composite wood, so it's not even, this deck's not going anywhere, and it literally is just the most random shit ever. Yeah. It is just the strangest shit ever. And here's another like random little shed.
Our neighbors clearly love us. We're preparing for the fire tonight. And making all the noise in the world. And there's Yuki.
Giovanna wanted to give it a go.
Think it'll work?
Been there. Grip farther back on the hammer so you get more leverage on your swing.
It vibrates so fast.
I know. Stay that way and I'll try to break it. That's probably good. See, that's why if we got one with like a winch, more of a wedge in the back, it would split it. There you go. Nice grip. Nice. Just, yeah, we'll do it. So we are headed to the beach. It is 57. It's a low of 42 tonight. So we got the wood in the back. Hopefully we can actually get a fire to start. That's important. Yeah, we got these fancy headlights. I don't know if, let me... Got these fancy headlamps. So, Giovanna's just turning on every light now. It's so bright. So we have light to be able to start the fire. Or not start the fire, but be able to see. And yeah, the sun is setting. I think it's setting at 8:45.
Yep.
8:45 it started setting, so it's 9:11 currently, and yeah, it's a clear night, so maybe we'll get to see some stars. It is a waxing crescent moon tonight, and only like 2% of it is actually lit up. I'm gonna try zooming in, but I don't think the camera is gonna pick out the tiny faint moon in the distance, but we'll see. There.
Mm-hmm. He realized he didn't dig the whatever deep enough, so to trap the heat. So he dug around.
Building a chair because we don't have any.
He said he's building a chair because we don't have any.
So this will be for the feet. So I dig this down so that we can sit on our blanket like that. So we have just the red lights on. Yeah. So it supposedly isn't supposed to mess with your night vision as much, but we're obviously looking at a fire as well. But then people maybe, they're gonna see the fire. I kind of built up the edge, the perimeter around here. So that it kind of blocks the flame from going more visible that way, but I mean, I'm not really concerned. I don't know if we can have fires out here. I don't see why not.
We've seen other people with them.
Yeah, I mean, if we saw someone else do it, it obviously is perfectly legal. But yeah, we're probably gonna go through all of our wood tonight. We just had one bundle. It's crazy dry wood, which is great. but it also means that it burns quite fast. Did another slight modification, so built up the edge even more so that the fire kind of reflects its heat off, and then dug out this section to make it like a natural heat escape for us. Yes. So today is Sunday, and gonna do a little 5-mile jaunt. Again, it's rated as hard, so we shall see. Joanna's shaking her head. We're in Springsville, Utah, which was about 50 minute drive. 50-minute drive. They got this weed over here. It's like purple. That's all. It's just purple. Looks like this is where the trail starts. There's a gate. But it also had a sign. I mean, the sign was all shot to hell, but it was saying no vehicles, so I'm assuming that's what the gate was for. Taking a little break on this bench. Giovanna's eating her banana. So as Giovanna was sitting here on the bench,
her banana.
Noticed another one and two of those crustacean fossils that we found on that other hike. Just another indication that apparently the water used to be this high. Trail started out as kind of forest meadowy, and now it is evolving into really rocky, clearly some sort of drainage thing. We are 0.3 miles from at least the end of this trail, and it has now opened up into a nice meadow. Although, as you can see from those clouds, they kind of blocking out the sun fair amount. It's not supposed to rain, but it also wasn't supposed to be this cloudy either. So no clouds. I mean, there's clouds that way, obviously, but
Not over the valley, though.
not really over the valley. So maybe because we're up in the mountains here, I don't know. We shall see. Where we ended up hiking to is actually a camping area. Looks like, yeah, truck tracks. We just saw a ATV thingy, whatever those are called. You know, not an ATV. Well, they're called ATVs, not a four-wheeler, but the other version. And just go down that way. So, yeah, unfortunately, there is trash all over the place. We didn't bring a bag, so unfortunately can't pick any of it up. But yeah, it's just unfortunate.
People are normally better about that here.
Well, people that hike are better about it. People that just, yeah, it's unfortunate. But the sun's kind of coming out, so that's nice. Kind of ominous looking clouds over here though. So, I don't know what's up with these lines up there. They damn near look like man-made lines because they're like so straight and across. I don't really know for what reason. Maybe some sort of strip mining to some degree. If anyone knows, let us know because we have no clue. So we're eating our lunch and Giovanna wanted me to make a shout out towards her bread because she made the bread this week and it turned out really good. She's saying it's much better. It's better. Marginally, but it's better.
Mucho.
Alright, bye-bye.
So, here's our place this week. Looks like the roof and stuff is up and that we will be getting our windows this next week.